It's time for the rundown. Tune in as Amelia and Lori share their must-dos in some of their favorite cities, amuse you with their guilty pleasures, share the unsung promo hero of the week, and help decipher all those impossible text acronyms.
Welcome to episode 11 of The Rundown. I'm Amelia Model, Vice President of Sales at Promo Corner. And with me, as always, is my lovely co-host, the one and only Miss Lori Bolton, Vice President of Sales at Logomark. Lori, how are you?
I'm good. I'm amazing.
Good? Awesome. Are you ready to discuss Phoenix? It is our pick of the week, and it's your new home, so we can talk about that.
Yes.
We'll talk about our unsung promo hero, our latest guilty pleasures. Now that Lori has her roof over her head, she's got some time under her belt to watch some TV. And then I will, of course, torture you with what's the meaning, where I make you decipher the text and acronym. So, all right. So Lori, you have walls, you have doors behind you. You're actually in a house. No more camper. How's that feel?
It's kind of crazy, to be honest, because a 24-foot trailer is not big.
No.
I don't know. I mean, unless, the campers out there, you know that it's so small. And just even to sit in a recliner to work on a laptop is so lovely.
Yeah.
Like, I know basics. I found my slippers in storage. Just the basics. I've got Wi-Fi set up. I've got a washer and dryer. I don't need to go to the laundromat anymore, even though I loved my laundromat and I met some great friends at the laundromat. But none of that. So we are getting settled. Everything's in the garage. The boxes will stay. I'll unpack them little by little. But
let's see. We went on spring break. So we did the Hilton Head trip. It was kind of chilly, but it was just nice to see the ocean, to see the beach, even though it was too cold to get into the ocean. But yeah, we had a really good time. The kids really enjoyed it. And then today I actually took my husband. He was getting eye surgery. So I call it the bionic eye. It's called, what's it called? Refractive lens exchange. So instead of LASIK, it's supposed to last forever. You don't have to do cataract surgery, but they actually go in and cut and remove and put something in there. And I won't go into any more details for anyone that has a weak stomach like me. It sounds really gross. So yeah, I call it the bionic eye. And then we go back in a few days to get his other eye done. And hopefully within the week, he will never have to wear glasses again and we'll be able to see. Okay, so like we mentioned, Lori is in her home, super excited. And so this week's city of the week is Phoenix, or the greater Phoenix area. So Lori, now that this is your new hometown, you tell us, where should we go when we come to your hood?
Wow. Well, so I'll start with Phoenix. And of course, I think you need to come to Prescott because it's such a cute little town. But Phoenix, I've been coming to Phoenix for years. Steve, my husband, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm still married.
Current husband.
He actually played baseball for ASU for college.
Oh, okay.
So there's some roots for both of us here in the States. So in Phoenix, obviously traveled so much for work. My favorite restaurant in Phoenix is True Food.
Okay.
And anybody that knows me, it was founded by a doctor, but it's all organic, locally grown. It's my hippie restaurant, but there's now one in Newport Beach, San Diego. They're starting to spread. There's a cookbook for True Food. It is so good, Amelia. I crave it. Sandy Dotson, who's my lovely friend over at Gemline, when we used to travel together, poor thing, I'd take her every night. Can we go to True Food again? So good. So good. So that's my favorite restaurant in the Phoenix area. There's one in Scottsdale.
Mm-hmm.
I think there is another one, I think in Arcadia. There's a True Food. But then if you come an hour and a half my way in Prescott, so then it takes you to elevation of about 5,400 feet.
So are you north of Phoenix?
Yeah, north and to the side.
East or west? Which side?
I'm geographically challenged, Amelia. Remember?
Okay, I'll look it up. North and to the side. We're not sure if we're going east or west, but either north.
No. Exactly. So 5,400 feet here. It does. I'm expecting snow today, and I'm getting used to these temperatures. Like over the weekend, when one of the twins was in town helping us move, Alex and I were in shorts. It was like mid 70s. It was great. And then it's like 39 right now. I'm freezing. So super fun. I've got another hippie cafe in Prescott that I love. It's called the Raven Cafe. Again, organic, vegan, locally grown, sourced. And I love it. I love it.
That's awesome.
Yes.
You will take me there when I come visit you.
I cannot wait. Hopefully it's sooner than later.
Oh, I know. I'm so ready for things to open. I have not been to Phoenix since the last women's leadership, whenever that was, a couple of years ago. It was in Arizona twice, I believe. No, it was in New Orleans twice. Last time it was in Camelback. That was the time we met, actually.
I was just gonna say, so it's been more than 2 years ago, because so last year,
Yeah, that was
it was
5 years ago
at least. Because that's when we shared mini bubbles.
Mini bubbles. Bing. Yes, so that was the last time I was in Phoenix, but all of my family, basically on my dad's side, my cousins, aunts and uncles, they all live in the area. So I'm really looking forward to be able to travel. My two girl cousins both have daughters that are just a little bit older than my daughter. So I want to have a girls' weekend with my cousins and then the girl cousins. So I'm really looking forward. And then we'll make a pit stop and we'll come see you.
Oh my gosh, that's where you just need, the girls can come, all of them can come. But yeah, you definitely need to make a stop up here. And the trails, Amelia, like if you like to play outdoors, there's a lake right here I'm going to kayak at, that I have kayaked at. And they're 5 minutes, I'm on a trail. Like
That's
I'm
awesome.
surrounded by gorgeous, gorgeous landscape. It's amazing.
Well, that goes to my pick of the week. So, shocker for everybody. Normally, I always pick a bar or someplace that has good cocktails. I think you and I were on the same wavelength, Lori. I picked a place that's like more zen. So, my recommendation is an actual destination. It's the JW Marriott at Camelback Resort and Spa. Have you ever been there?
No, I mean,
It's beautiful. It has like little villas. It's completely beautiful. You can see Camelback right there from like the pool and the gym and the lobby. My brother-in-law, he was a strength and conditioning coach for the Dodgers, but before that, he was actually a personal trainer there. So I had been there when he used to live out there. But if you have time and you want to stay close to Camelback Mountain, go to that resort if you can get into the Marriott, because it is amazing. It is one that you want to stay at. Very, very nice and luxurious.
And is it in Scottsdale?
I believe it is in Scottsdale.
Yeah, it sounds like when you're describing it.
Phoenix is big. Like Phoenix proper is really spread out, if I remember correctly, versus like here in Kansas City, we say Kansas City, but we have like Leawood, Overland Park, Lenexa. Like we have all these little divisions. So we say Kansas City, but it's not really Kansas City. But Phoenix, it's actually Phoenix. It's just big. Okay, so we are ready for our unsung promo hero. And I'm really excited about this person because I've got to work and know her very well over the past year. The unsung promo hero is none other than Miss Carol Boutwell. She is the ED for NEPA, which is the Northeast, or New England, sorry. It's the New England Promotional Products Association. And she was nominated by the current president of NEPA, which is David Keneally. I want to make sure I say that right.
David
Keneally. Yes, I had to think about it. Like, don't mess
at Geiger.
Yes, at Geiger. I've got to work with them. So Carol has, she's been the ED for like 20 years, I believe. It's probably more than that, but I didn't want to overstate. And she is just an amazing lady. I've gotten to work with her over the past few months. They've done a couple promo shows with us. So I've gotten to work with her very closely on projects. And David and I both agreed on this, that she is just the nicest person, the hardest worker, and everybody loves Carol. He's like nobody that you ever meet that knows Carol could ever possibly say a bad word about her. She is just the hardest working, most endearing. And the fact that she has been an ED for a regional for over 20 years, he said, obviously he makes her look good, but she continues before him and will continue after him to always make the current president of NEPA look good as well. That she's kind of the rock star and high performer that they look to her because she's been around so long. So shout out, Carol. We love you, Carol.
Congratulations, Carol. That's so awesome.
Yes, and I'll have to send her a little goodie, but yes, we've got to talk every day for weeks and months leading up to these shows. So I have her, I think she has me on speed dial now, and I'm always like, hey, Carol.
So great. I love this part of the show where we acknowledge people that, again, who would know Carol, right?
Unless you're part of that regional, you won't. The weird, not messed up. The thing that always stirs me is there's 2 Carols that are EDs. One's on the Northeast and one's on the Northwest. And so sorry to the Carol in the Northwest, but she gets my emails all the time and she's like, wrong Carol.
Oh no.
Like, you guys have to rename yourselves, or I have to like name you something different in my
So
contacts.
funny.
But yeah, funny. So good job, Carol. Thank you so much. So Lori, you've mentioned now that you're in your new home with doors and walls and ceilings and air and heat and electronics and internet and all that is, you have some guilty pleasures. So we've been anxiously waiting for you to get out of the bubble and back into the real world. What have you been?
I do have some guilty pleasures, and I made sure that I got like a really rockin' Wi-Fi system or package.
I thought you were going to go.
Nobody's gonna tell me
I thought you were going to say really raunchy, and I was like, ooh. Okay, rocking
Wi-Fi. And so one that I loved, and I've watched up until this point, but now I'm like 4 episodes into, I believe it's season 4 of The Crown.
Oh yeah.
Dang. And I know most of you have probably already watched this because you've got Wi-Fi and you weren't restricted on streaming in a 24-foot trailer in a campground in the middle of nowhere. I was. So I'm going through the menu and like tagging everything some of the stuff that you've mentioned over our episodes, tagging everything and just plugging away, just getting stuff, watching stuff. But oh my gosh, this like where we're at right now with Meghan and Harry coming out with Oprah, and where I'm at right now in Crown and Diana's pregnant. This is the one. Wow, is all I can say.
Yeah.
Like, there's definitely some major commonalities with what's going on. I don't know. I will get through the season 4. And again, I think it's season 4, but this weekend for sure. But
yeah,
now Steve's like totally into it. He's like, you can't watch it without me. I'm like, all right. So I need to wait till he's home, and then we only can watch like one because then we fall asleep. But oh my gosh, Amelia, it's so good to be back and like watching some of these shows.
Yeah, that is a good one. I love The Crown. I would watch them and then, wait, like hurry up and make another season.
Yeah.
It has some fictitious parts, but it's so close to reality, or what we presume is reality, or I'm sure there's some things up for interpretation, but it really gives you some stuff. And I feel like I'm watching a documentary. I know it's not all real, but you feel like there's a lot of stuff I learned historically. I was like, who needs to read a book? I'll just watch The Crown and learn about their history.
It's amazing. I mean, the episode, I want to say it was the episode before where the Queen meets with all of her kids individually and they're not supposed to know. And it's very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
All of it. So yes, I feel bad for Princess Diana. I remember staying awake when my grandma was in from Canada. We woke up early in the morning to watch the wedding, and you would have never known, and I was a child, but you would have never known how much pain she was going through. And I feel bad. I feel bad for the boys. I feel bad that their mother was taken. But anyhow, I'm back. So it'll get more interesting. What have you been watching?
I'll have to go back into one of the recordings that we did. It might have been the first or second episode. I talked about that I had watched the last season of The Crown, and I started with the Queen's Gambit, which is about the chess player. And then I went to The Crown. And then after that, there was actually like a real documentary about the royals. I think it was called The Royal House of Windsor or something, but it goes back to how their family came over from Germany and changed their name because they didn't want to be associated with the Germans during the war and blah, blah, blah. So that's a good one to watch once you get there. And that's actually more historical, but it kind of gives you some background.
It's amazing.
So those are the educational shows. So that's not what I watched this past week.
Tell me what you watched, because I now have to catch up to some of what you've been watching.
Okay. So this last week I watched, it's on Netflix. It's called The One. So it is about a really smart scientist. She's like a geneticist, I guess. And she wants to do something to change the world. The short version is she uses people's DNA and they sign up for it, but she uses people's DNA and that's how they're matched instead of like Match.com or Christian Mingle or whatever, FarmersOnly.com. It's all done through DNA. So if the two people have their DNA, and it might take a while, it matches you with your soulmate. And then when you meet that person for the first time, it's like an instant connection. Some viewing in. Okay, so Lori, are you ready for what's the meaning? Okay, so which do you want to start with? I always give you the choice. Would you like emojis or acronyms?
Let's do acronyms.
Ooh, Lori mixing it up.
Okay. I am mixing it up.
Okay. Ready for me? YTB.
Oh gosh.
YTB. So if you and I text all the time. So if I texted you and asked you to do something and you did it, and then I texted back, I would be like, YTB, Lori.
You're too boring, Lori.
I'm thanking you. I'd be like, you're the best, Lori. You're the best, not boring.
You're the best.
So this one is TMB. TMB. So if I was asking you questions and need an answer or response, or we were having a conversation, I might say TMB. Or if you called me and I didn't accept the call, I might message you TMB.
Too much bother?
Lori's a negative today. Lori's like, I'm a bore, I'm a bother. Girl, boost yourself. You're awesome. Don't say that.
Okay, so hold on. 2.
Not 2.
Okay, so you're texting me and you're maybe on the phone and you're texting me.
I'm like, I can't take a call.
Talk more.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
No, text me back.
Darn it.
Like if you call me and I don't answer, I don't accept it because I'm on the phone. I'll be like, text me back. Okay.
All right. Darn it.
Okay. Last torture one for this. Okay. So I probably wouldn't say this, but I'm more here. Guys say this and I'm always like, yeah, right, buddy. So that's a U, sorry.
That's a
U. HMU.
Guys.
So kind of slang term. If I say someone's like, hey, call me later. This is another term. I mostly hear guys.
Holy moly unicorn. That's a good one.
I don't know why I would ever say that to you.
I could send you a text and you could be HMU, Lori.
Hit me up. It's something I usually hear guys say, like,
I would never say to you. Yeah. I would never say to you, hit me up.
Hey girl, how you doing? Hit me up. Yeah, no. Just had to check your skills.
Up, Amelia.
Yeah. If you see your son texting that, be like, who are you talking to?
Right. I need to write some of the ones he's been texting me. I don't know.
Here is the first emoji. Can you see it? It's a
Mhm.
lady and her like head is being massaged. And then there's that dreaded piece of water that means so many things.
So many things.
What are you using right now to think about this?
I'm using my wellness. I'm thinking relax. I'm thinking relaxation.
When you're thinking, what do you use?
My brain.
Sorry. you can't-
Brainwave.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they just show a brain? There's a brain somewhere,
Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of silly.
right?
That's stupid.
Thank you, Amelia. For
I'm with you. Okay. So we do this often, you and I. These are
oh
the
my
little
gosh.
director. What are those things called? You were in them. You worked with movies. What are those things called?
Yeah, like well, they're film. I don't even know if they use them now. They're all electronic now, to where you don't need to write on them. I would say we cut. Take 2.
Double take.
Yay!
Got it. I knew you'd get that one. Okay, this one's silly. I haven't
We
been
do
to one
do
of these.
double takes often.
This one you should get very easy.
Baby shower?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah,
Baby shower.
the ugliest little Cupid baby I've ever seen, and then a shower head with some water coming out.
Yay! Baby shower. So what?
I
2
think
for
if-
2 without help?
Yeah, I think if my baby came out looking like that, I'd be like, send it back. Return policy, please. I don't want that one. Get me another one.
Go.
I wouldn't. Oh, okay. Well, our time here is done. It's been fun for sure. So thank you everybody for joining us this week. We hope you had fun. We hope we entertained you and made you smile a little bit. Please let us know what your favorite place to go or things to do in the greater Phoenix, Arizona area are, and what your current guilty pleasures are. I know you all have been bored and stuck at home, so somebody's got something good that they need to spill the tea on. And then be sure you tune in again on April 23rd for our next episode, and we're going to give you the rundown on Denver, Colorado. Also a really fun city that I love.
About Denver.
All right. Well, thank you, Lori. We'll see you next time. Bye, guys.
Bye.